Alberto, welcome to LiTE Gallery.
Yeah, thank you.
When do you start to feel that filming is what you want to do in life?
Okay. First of all, thank you for the invitation. So I started actually when I was young, when I was 15 more or less, working more with photography and then taking photography and then developing film. So this process was very interesting for me, and then I tried to move from photography to film and starting to filming. And that I want to try since the beginning was the mix between analog material, so film, and digital one. And this process, this common voice, I try to put on my works, also during my other works and during my career as a filmmaker.
Okay.
Actually, in one word, I think that I like to start from hidden material, and in some case as a way to go through the pain, because I found in this material these hidden images, and this discover for me is very important. So the process behind my work is the key, and all the travel on it. Then finding the materials, working on it with a process of editing, distorting also the images is very important to create something new from the past. That's more or less the process. Here in this particular case, I like to, as I told you before, to mix this analog material with digital one, and also mixing voices, suggestion, audio recordings, and sounds, in order to create this kind of hybrid editing, this fluid shape of the film, in order to create something between the film diary, that is not necessarily like a reportage or a documentary or a narrative film, but something more lighter and more poetic. And something that I want to know, like cinema therapy, something that also for the audience could be a message, a way to be better, or to be more happy, with the color of the images and the sound and these little films.
So then, because you talk about memories and diaries, do you think you use these images from the past, from other people, to express your own feelings, and it could be also taken as it's your own diary? Actually, I generally work on both sides. I like also the reality, and so I'm also working as a classic documentaries, so shooting the reality, but I think also this kind of images from the past could create a good vibration, a good feeling, and I like to also to use them not in a classic way, in a didascalic way, like a reportage or classic documentary, but I think that in these images from the past there is like a suggestion that we can observe, we can deep in to find something different and another reality. Okay. Do you want to talk us about it a little bit of them?
Actually the selection I designed for this gallery was in this direction. I wanted to create something different, something composed by this different medium, and then film 60 millimeters, 8 millimeters or Super 8, and digital film, in order to create a mix between different level and different suggestions. And this selection, this special proposal, actually is about memories, is about cultural identity and cultural heritage as well, and a special thing, and
about geography as well. And from here the title Tanger or Tanger, that this is the northern city of Morocco, and a city where I've been and I love, and that's a wonderful city, magical indeed, and where I found all this vibration, all this suggestion, a mix of cultures or languages, and actually the city gave me the idea as well of this kind of selection. And so this selection is a kind of celebration to Tanger, and Tanger is for me the special metaphor for this mix of film, video, colors, suggestion, echoes, sound, because it was that what I found there. So I think it's a pact between this place, me, and all the Mediterranean and all this culture. To come to your question, the film have been selected to different festivals. The first one, Go Burning Atacama Go, won the Lucca Film Festival. It's a special festival in Italy, very on experimental movie, so it was a good prize. And then he has screened in other international festivals here in Italy and abroad in Europe, like Marseille, Sarajevo, Belgrade, London as well, Paris. And then there is Made in Heaven was presented in Paris, and Sinai is maybe the more structured film.
Yes.
It's a documentary. It's like between documentary and film essay, because we went in Croatia, in this specific place of Croatia, in the island of Hvar, and then we observed the life of this man, Sinai, with this extraordinary name, and then we follow him in 1 week and follow his activities, his daily life, because this place was very famous in the past for lavanda. And now there are no people in the island, and in this special village only 5 people were lived. So it was very strange, but at the same time this kind of a relation between the nostalgia and the lyric nature was very wonderful. So we follow him with Ivana, and then we try to create the connection between the man, the old man, and Ivana. Try to find the heritage of this place. And then the last movie is Corsica, and is a special homage. I try to celebrate this place, this island as well, and analyze the character of the film.
Oh, so what is the differences? I guess it's like totally different, right?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I think that the research and the material are more or less the same, because even in the theater or in the live exhibition, I try to put this kind of images. But the difference is between the process and the timing. So in the theater you have short time to work on it, from the concept to the exhibition, to the performance. So you have short time and many ideas, and you have also to try to find the good balance between the budget and the short period. And with film, I think it's a long process, sometimes very difficult, because since the beginning you can spend also 2 or 3 years, because on my documentary, the documentary on observation or on anthropology, they are generally long-term process and long-term research. So you can put also 3 years to realize one film. Then sometimes it's very heavy as well, because you have to organize everything and to find also the subvention and the budget. So yeah, it's the approach. It's totally different, but actually at the end, the creativity and the material are the same. And what I can say is that after a long project, a long research project, I like to work also on this little and short process, because you can do everything in a speed way and concentrate on it, and sometimes it's a form that I prefer as well, because it's it's less intellectual and but more I don't know, deep and powerful and punctual on the for the audience.
Okay. Could we say that we can see more of your soul in your cinema projects?
Yeah, I like this short form, because actually I don't believe in a big cinema, in big project. I believe in I can say like little cinema, like an artisan who create working on this film, and so I like this balance between the material film and the concept. So I like this form, very intimate and very personal, but I think also it's a way to share little thing with big audience as well, and that's our goal. No?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now we know a little bit better of Alberto Gemmi. If you're in Berlin, you're very welcome to come to the gallery. His work will be here until the 30th of April. Find him in his web, which is www.albertogemmi.com. And thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.